I had really good vibes with Kayla, which is why I chose her to come over to the new Oro tribe. And I think that, I'm going to try to have like more one-on-one conversation with Kayla, but my hope is that she and I can kind of be our ride and dies together.
I'm hoping, Rob and I, we connected well, so I'm hoping he's maybe made some connection, but that's a lot of people from the other tribe to have to work my way into, and so that's gonna be interesting to see how to break into an already formed group. It sounds like they want to enter, and then Rob and I are gonna be the easy votes.
Yeah, I mean, I was nervous that maybe there was going to be an early blindside, I mean, I understood when my name was on the chopping block, and Rob had a good case to pitch for me to go home. But it was nice to at least see only one name. I suppose I don't know if there was another vote for me, but to only see one vote for me, I'm not feeling like that will continue forward. I'd like to think my name will be off the chopping block now, but yeah, it was stressful. I'm glad it turned out the way I thought it would go.
So we were sitting at tribal council and I happened to see McKenna kind of like twiddling with a little fidget thing. And while I can't say that I am a DCP superfan, I've watched enough to know that if the host does something that looks a little off, you engage. And so I DM'd McKenna and it turned out that she was holding some extra coins. And so I received an extra coin at tribal council. And you know full well that at future challenges and tribals, I'm going to be looking for more stuff like that. So I'm going to have a little bit more spending power in the vault. And I'm going to be able to kind of play it off like I still have more money left, because I will still have more money left, even if I've spent some. So I don't love playing the advantage game, but I think it might be time to go shopping.
Oro getting your first look at the new Argento tribe. Rob voted out. Sam, welcome to your new tribe, Argento.
Welcome, everybody. I hope everyone is having fun, because we all are about to have some more fun. That's right. We're playing charades. Tribes will order themselves 1 through 6, one by one. Each tribe member will become the actor and receive a word in the chat that they must act out for the next player, the guesser, to guess out loud. Hosts will indicate if the guess is correct. If they are correct, the player who was just a guesser becomes the actor, and the next player will need to guess.
Each player will be the actor and the guesser twice. The first tribe to correctly guess all 12 words wins. Now here's the twist. There are 3 word categories to choose from. The categories are aquatic animals, land animals, and air animals. Oro, as the winning tribe from the previous challenge, you get to pick your category first. Argento, you'll then get to pick from the remaining 2 categories.
Losing tribe will see you at tribal council, where one of you will be the third person voted out.
So now that you have your order, Oro, what do you want to choose? Aquatic, land, or air?
We'll take land.
Thank you. So, Argento, what will you choose between aquatic and air?
We will be choosing aquatic, and then I also found an advantage while I was away at the vault that I would like to use now.
So Sam has a challenge advantage. We randomly selected 2 words on the list that were taken off, so they only have 10 words to guess.
Okay, so for immunity, survivors ready. Go.
Clam, pearl, shark.
Correct,
Tiger.
move on.
Cheetah. Lion.
Yes, moving on.
Dolphin.
Correct, move on.
Kyle, unmute.
Slug, snake, sea snake, eel.
Gorilla.
Yes, moving on.
Starfish, shrimp. Sea monkey, what is that? Bite, shark bite, like I got nothing. Stingray. Stinging jellyfish.
Correct, move on.
Alright, we got bear.
Yes, moving on.
Weird, you're big,
Great.
you're clapping. What does that mean? Oh, a seal.
Correct. Move on.
Okay, hard one. Stop with 3 chances.
Swordfish?
Correct. Move on.
Polar bear.
Whale. Yep. Move on.
Cheetah. Lion. Bear.
Salmon? Fish. Goldfish.
Dog.
Eel.
Correct.
Probably thinking dog. Wolf.
Yes, moving on.
Frog.
Yes.
On your back.
Crab, lobster,
2 hubs.
shrimp,
Camp.
starfish.
Yes, moving on.
What's that? Crab, turtle.
Correct.
Andy C, you're muted.
Pufferfish.
Argento
Yes, moving on.
wins immunity.
Yes, Karli. I was scared for that.
That's my favorite animal.
It's my favorite now too.
That was a blowout. Holy
Let's
shit.
all get pufferfish tattoos, guys.
I'm down.
Congratulations, Argento. You are safe from tribal council. Oro, time to scramble.
Yeah, so I had the challenge advantage that I had. It was a challenge advantage, so I spent a couple of coins on that. My thought process with that was it was only going to hopefully build relationships with coming into a brand new team. I had no idea what the advantage was going to be, and so I'm glad I was able to use it and that we had 2 less charade animals to guess, and we definitely blew through that really fast. So my thought process was I wanted to be able to build relationships with my new team and kind of bring some goodwill to the team, considering I'm coming in not knowing anyone, but I also wanted to give myself some breathing room and not go to tribal and not have tribal hanging over me, so I can get an idea of where this new tribe is at.
I feel like that challenge went so well. I was so nervous because I didn't do well in the first challenge, or the last team challenge, and I think I made up for it a bit this time. So yeah, feeling great. Love having Sam on the tribe. I feel like he came in and immediately gave us all something, which establishes a lot of trust. So I'm happy we have time now to like get to know each other and work on our relationships.
Yeah, I mean, at the last tribal council, I felt really bad for Rob, but there wasn't really much that we could do. You know, we were almost certain that he didn't have an idol or any kind of advantage because, I mean, especially an idol, because if he had an idol, he would have had to buy it at the last round, and it would have only been good for that round, and then the vault was closed this round. So we were pretty sure there wasn't a way for him to go. And I felt really good with Karli, and so there wasn't really a chance that I was gonna vote her out. But then this last challenge, you know, we did really well. We crushed charades. Yap, the charade master, was great. Huge advantage, I think. Like, it was so funny. Right before the challenge, he was like, "This is shark," and then I got shark, and I was just like, and he was the one guessing. Like, it was very funny. And then he guessed clam. I was like, "Sir, you just told me that was shark." But anyway, feeling really good about winning that challenge.
I expected the easiest was land animal, and they chose land animal, and I said, okay, so I started giving all my tips for like fucking sea animals, right? Like, obviously this is shark, and of course, like when someone was doing this to me, I said clam because I'm an idiot. So we do shark, and then I was just able to, like, Evan was able to get it pretty quick when I gave him the clues, so that was wonderful. And I mean, like, when it came to like when I think Sam had to do this, like, big, right? We talked about it beforehand, before the challenge. Yo, that's like obviously a whale. And immediately, I think whoever who was guessing for that got it immediately. And then, I mean, pufferfish and swordfish, clean, amazing clue giving by Karli. So I'm just so happy with this performance in this challenge.
I am worried about Naropa and Emily, and like I really like both of them so much, and hopefully maybe they could get an idol from the vault or something. I just feel like they're in the minority over there. Hopefully they've made some inroads, and I'd love to see them still in the game.
Oh
My
A
God.
moment of silence for my bagel from earlier.
Oh my God. How long did you leave it there?
man.
Not long, which is why when I smelled it, I was like, oh shit. And I like ran into the kitchen.
What are you guys eating today? Because I'm like, the only thing I can think about is quickly getting McDonald's. You haven't ate it yet? You haven't
I'm
thrown
not
it
eating
away?
this. It's like a rock.
You haven't thrown it away?
Well, I want to honor it first, you know?
Maybe it's a lucky burnt bagel. Like you need to keep it
Yeah.
with you so you don't get voted out.
Or yeah, maybe it's an idol.
Oh, that's a great
Purple.
face.
Oh, I was like, is that an idol? What?
Guys, I found the hidden immunity bagel.
I like the face. It's nice.
It has
I'll use it on anybody here. No, don't tell anyone else.
But I think I used exile to my advantage. Using the challenge advantage, I thought for a second, should I or should I not? But I was like, no, this will be a really great way to like build trust with my team, hopefully, but also then be able to hide the fact that I have an idol. I'm not telling anyone I have an idol. So I'm hoping the decisions I made in exile and the time away is going to be set me up for the long game, but coming in with a tribe where I am on the bottom. I was hoping Rob would squeak by, but they were pretty honest telling me we voted him out because he was on the wrong tribe. And I was like, hello, who are you speaking to? I was also on that tribe. So are you telling me that you're going to get rid of me? So definitely going to be an interesting, but I'm so glad that we won. I don't have to go to tribal this round.
But
Oh,
what
I'm
if he
almost
got 4
curious
coins or
to
something?
say, what if he got coins?
Yeah.
And he could like, so he could buy one big thing or 2 small things, and then it looks like he's used everything to us, right?
That's probably the way that they did it. They threw this in so that it could throw us off the scent. He's got something.
Because
He
why
I-
was in
wouldn't
there
he?
for way longer than 5 minutes. So something else had to happen other than that one puzzle, right? Like,
Yeah, he was there for a long time.
I agree. I think we got to play like he has something in his back pocket. We don't know what that is, but we can't just dismiss that.
Yeah, I think so
Agreed.
too.
Did you
I
notice?
love him and I love that he used it.
Oh yeah,
I
totally
think
love
he's
that.
trying to build rapport with us, which isn't a
Yeah.
bad thing, but
No, of
Look,
course
I'm
not.
happy. So I will say that we're down to 11 people. We might merge with him. So he
Mhm.
might not use that against us.
right.
I don't
I
think
mean,
we
when
have
it was so early, like we can bring him in as a number. Like, let's say we don't lose again. I guess there's something to be said about not just counting him off our team
Right.
Yeah.
right away, unless we lose.
right. If we lose, we gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
The thing is, like, did you notice Kyle's reaction as soon as they got into the breakout room? They were like, "Oh," so they obviously noted the fact that we got rid of Rob, and I won't be surprised, honestly, if they got rid of one of our OG people.
Yeah,
This
I
tribal.
hope our people bought something. I hope they can get into the vault right now. They can get stuff. I hope they do that. Just get the idol.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You
I-
need to go in there too. You gotta like when it opens. you should
Except
go.
for our people haven't been to tribal yet, so they have the fewest coins, right?
True.
but
Right,
two is enough,
so
right?
Choose enough.
Emily and Naropa.
Yeah,
Right?
if it's not taken yet, I don't know if they.
I don't know. I was gonna say one of the things that you could go for if it's available. When I was in there was a knowledge is power. Which maybe getting that and using it on Sam if we need to might be a good idea for somebody.
Do we have to name what the advantage is, or we just say I'm using it on you because I think you have an advantage?
Yeah,
think it's
that second
ask,
part.
Do you have an idol or do you have an advantage? Maybe one person gets it for an idol and one person gets it for something else, just in case. Sam coming in and using that advantage was clutch, but I see through it. Like, if I'm gonna guess and speculate here that this game is gonna be very advantage heavy, which is I'm not a fan of advantages. But I bet that Sam got an advantage to use for the tribe to throw us off the scent, and then an advantage to use for himself. So I am fully acting under the suspicion that Sam got something in the vault. So my plan moving forward is either get on Sam's good side, which I think is probably going to be my easiest course of action, or get a knowledge as power so that he can't play whatever advantage he got. And I'm in a good little position because I think I have some secrets that I am now personally keeping that could help us out a little bit or help me out in that regard.
Yeah, so we have a brand new tribe member, Sam, who was stuck in the vault, chilling. He did tell us that he had a Sudoku type puzzle and he had 5 minutes to do it. And he did, in fact, come back with an advantage for the challenge, which, I mean, we're all like, hell yeah, like he's like using it right now, and it's going to benefit all of us. So that was great. But when he went and got pulled for confessional, I forget who it was, but someone was like, do we think that's all he got? Because he was in there for a while. So we're thinking maybe he got like a couple coins, maybe, or like, I don't know. But he seems awesome. And to be honest, like we're hoping we can keep winning challenges and like building the relationship with him, because we're not trying to count him out just because he's like wasn't originally on our tribe. I know that was the easy thing to do at our first tribal, but yeah, hopefully we won't have to do that.
Charades was a blowout. I don't even know. Argento crushed us. They like, even with their advantage, like they were 4 ahead of us. Like they were done with their second round by the time we had finished our first. So that is upsetting. But I don't think anybody did particularly bad. So like this round is not going to be as easy to like vote based on challenge performance. It's definitely going to come down to more like dynamics and alliances and stuff, which is not my strong suit. And so I don't know. I'm really classically good at like blowing my own game up at times like this. When I start to like get stressed and the pressure turns up, then I'm immediately like out of the gate, this person has to go, like, and then it always ends up falling back on me. So I'm going to try to just like chill out and not like, I just try to go with where like my alliance, if that's existing, is wanting to go. But man,
I'm really sad because I really enjoyed Rob's company. That I swapped away from him, but I'm happy to be, I guess, in the majority. But I'm not the happiest when I see the tribe shakeout, especially seeing that they lost and Rob got the boot. And then Sam basically has to go over there to get slaughtered if they lose again.
I still feel suspicious of being in the minority, but I feel like there's potential, and I really feel like it's kind of backing me and Emily into a corner together where we could really work the numbers, and I feel like she is a really good partner to have. I said it in like a group that I feel like Emily is the smartest person here, and she has like a subtle way of bringing out really good ideas for groups without really taking the credit. And I feel like, yeah, she's going to be great. So, you know,
let's look at,
anything.
but I want to look at the breakout room breakdown right now. Okay,
Yeah.
There's 5 people in shelter. So we're the only people who are not in that.
I'm keeping an eye on
The vault. Yeah.
Oh, this sucks. All right. Hopefully we could like they're all together talking right now. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of
we only need
obvious.
one person.
The flip.
And
But
that would
honestly,
be a tie. How about I give you a coin? You could get an extra vote. And if we get one person, we could just win.
That sounds good.
And we both try to like find one person and just convince them that we want to make a group, and it's like their turn to make the play, or like just be like, look, obviously we're in the minority, but if you want to make a play, we're willing to play along as a 2-vote unit.
I do think I have something to offer our team, just because one thing that I've like, they've been like asking like, oh, what do you know about your other team? What do you know about your other team? And I've gate kept some of the information. So has Naropa. So I feel like we both know, based on how the other team voted out, that we need to stick together. And that's why when we were doing team swap, I knew I needed to choose someone who was more reserved in our bigger group. So I chose Naropa because he didn't talk that much to the other group. So he didn't give away as much about himself. And I knew that he was playing the game. So I chose him because I thought that we could strategize together. And right now, I think we have kind of a bit of an alliance right now, because he knows that if they vote me out, that's fine, but they'll come for him next.
What are you thinking for the vote? Because like, obviously I'm not voting for you.
Right. No, and I'm not voting for you. honestly, the other team showed that they're willing to stay Argento strong. So if they have a chance to vote, they'll probably vote Sam out. And right now we're down 5-7. We need
Right.
to even the odds. So it's got to be Emily or Naropa.
Do you have a preference?
I feel like one of the weak link there was Naropa on that challenge, if we're going on the challenge things, but Naropa could be great at other challenges.
Yeah. I think that where I am is that I think Naropa, I guess like he's not as big of a fan. I don't know how much Emily is a fan, but I think he's more likely to like stay tribe strong or tribe loyal
Yeah,
throughout the game. So like I don't know if us doing him a favor will mean that much to him, to be
right.
honest.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think that's the right move.
Yeah, I mean, I want to talk around to everybody. I think that it would, I guess, be in our best interest to go to the vault.
I'm gonna tell you something. Stays
Okay.
between us. Rob bequeathed 3 of his tokens to me.
Okay.
So I have 6.
Okay, so then you definitely should go to the vault.
Yeah. So that's
I'm
why
not gonna say anything. Okay. I'm gonna talk around, see if you can like see how much a hidden immunity idol costs, and like if you need me to give you a token or two, I'll be more than happy to do that.
okay, sounds good. All right, I would like to buy an immunity idol
Okay.
and a capture the well, no, not an immunity idol. I'm sorry. A knowledge is power and a capture a loser.
Okay, so dynamics have completely changed in terms of my mind. I really want to work with Kayla. Andy tells me that Rob bequeathed him all of his coins. So I know that Andy has 6 coins. So now I need to be that man's best friend. Um, I don't really want to work with Kyle. No, like he says what's on his mind too much, and like it's pretty obvious that he's scheming as far as I'm concerned. But I do think I want to work with Emily. I don't know, something about her. I really like her. I don't know if that feeling is requited. Naropa, I'm not completely against, but like seeing them vote Rob off, if we have to decide between him and Emily, I would prefer for him to be the one that goes personally. But honestly, I think I would rather work with both of them more than I would with Kyle. Um, but I don't know if it's just worth it. Like, what's the point of losing a challenge just to vote out somebody else from my own starting tribe? Like, I'm weighing those things.
I mean, so from you two's perspective, because I kind of get the sense that the next challenge the other people lose, Sam will go. He'll kind of just get cannibalized. But I don't think, from what I see of the 4 people who are in Oro, that that's necessarily true going towards people who are from original Argento. I'm pretty confident that I could get Kayla to vote with us if we wanted to vote someone.
I think in the long run it makes sense to have 2 tribes. Because we have more of a merger and we're taking advantage of more of the skill sets that we could bring over from previous conversations, it makes sense to keep our presence on the team.
Yeah, for you, your worst move would be voting out Naropa, basically, right? And
Yeah.
Naropa, your worst move would be voting out Emily.
Essentially, we would be self-isolating.
So
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
question would be like, what kind of incentive do you have to break away from the other, from having this seemingly majority of 4?
Oh, well, I don't really have strong. I don't really have like a strong relationship. I would say outside of maybe I've talked to Kayla the most. So I'm not too sure. At this stage in the game, in regards to guiding my vote, I'm willing to work in a way that insulates me at the time. It's a pretty big point in the game, I feel like, with potential, original tribe imbalances being more pronounced or less so at this point. So I think the vote is important for the long-term game plan for people on this side. So I'm open to a lot of different possibilities at this time. I'm basically trying to connect us with the two previous Argentos. That's the plan. Because they won't vote for each
Emily and
other.
Naropa.
Yeah, because they could.
Yeah, I kind of want to work with them as well.
They put us at the risk of like what's going to happen on the other side if they lose another challenge. Sam will go, and will definitely be like less original. But like, God, like I mean, we're not living on a beach together. If they want to hold like, oh, we're just going to cannibalize and have like 6 people left, then like if that's the game they want to play, go ahead. I'm willing to take that risk.
Yeah.
I said to them in the brief time that I said me and Kayla would probably be easy to like vote with you guys.
Yeah, I'm so down. I just said this.
Not go to rocks, basically.
Yeah.
I would probably vote for. Well, it's tough to say. I could vote for Andy because I think he's like knows what he's doing, or vote for Jabbar because he maybe doesn't seem like he's paying attention half the time. He's like asking like gets to repeat it to him.
I think either of them would work with us. So I don't like. I'm not.
Yeah, I feel like because we talked about with Andy earlier, saying like in the initial that he would maybe work with us. So
yeah,
I feel like at the very least, if you, me, Andy vote Jabbar, at the worst, it would go to rocks.
Yeah.
And then it just depends if we get the other two to like be on our side for now.
Do you want to try to talk to
Maybe we'll try to talk to either one of the. Oh, I can talk to Andy.
I want to go talk to Emily and Naropa.
Okay, I'll go try to talk to Andy.
Confirm that we can work with them.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll track back with you though. I'll try to like get away.
Yeah, it's so hard because it's like so obvious. Like it's not a physical space, right?
I don't care. I just leave. All right. I'll try to catch up with you. So going into the new tribe, like I was really happy to have Kyle and Andy C. Those are the people that I'm hoping we can work together. And Jabbar as well. But I think the three of us is going to be like a good alliance. I also am interested in working with Naropa and Emily. So this is really going to be complicated if I, try to go with them and take out one of the people of my original Oro tribe, or if I just stick with the numbers which we have right now. But I feel like that's kind of boring, but also maybe boring is good. I don't know. But anyway, I'm hoping to work with Kyle and Andy.
Yeah, we're kind of like a united vote here, and we're just looking for one of you four to like make a play and
I was just talking with Kyle, and I think that both of us would be willing to like work with you guys. I chose Naropa for like the vote for like the team leader, and Emily as soon as I saw you, I was like, I want to go work with Emily. So I would like you two are. I was kind of sad when we all got on a tribe together because I was like, well, I don't want to go against the two people on the other team like that I wanted to like work with. But I would like to work with you guys, and
all right, yeah,
I'm willing to show that on this vote and take out either Andy or Jabbar, really.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely open to kind of forming like taking our 4 forward. I guess in that case, which do you guys would think would be a weaker of the two? Because I don't want us to go into another.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think they're pretty similar just in terms of like challenge performance. I think Andy is a little more like social and going to like maybe put in a little more work than Jabbar, which I don't know if that is the person to take out or keep, but that's just kind of the vibe I get, is that Andy's a little more of the player, Jabbar has been a little more like reserved.
I think my thought is that if Andy has played the game more and he's played more of these series and he knows more about the game and he knows more about the show. I think I want Andy C out. He's great, but he watches a lot of Survivor and he's done a couple of these before, and he's very social and very likable. Not that Jabbar isn't. Jabbar is very likable as well. Everyone's very likable. I mean, this is a great group, which is why it makes it tough. But I think knowing that he has more knowledge about Survivor and was able to like discuss seasons like off the jump and like remember like crazy strategic play that makes me more wanting to vote him out to preserve my own space. But I am worried that I'm going to be voted out, but I guess we'll find out.
Spend any coins?
I did.
I
Not,
might.
not on immunity.
Okay, I might go to the vault myself. I had a brief chat. So the original Argentos, and it's obvious to me and obvious to them, like their individually their worst move would be voting out the other original Argento. But puts us into like a weird spot. I kind of want to go like you, me, and Kayla, as we had sort of talked about. And honestly, I have to just basically vote Jabbar. If those two want to come in on board and like we can deal with what we want to deal with down the road, makes it easy for now. At worst, if we go triple Jabbar and then they make up a plan with him, it might go to rocks. But because this would be the round that would happen. But if you commit to just voting Jabbar, that would mean at very worst, one of the three of us would be on. Well,
Okay.
two of the three of us would be on rocks, rather, not one of the three.
And one thing to consider is, and I spoke to Jabbar about this, and he's on board. Is right now they have a 7-5 advantage, and if we vote out another of ours, then we have they have a 7-4 advantage.
Oh, right. So we're kind of like setting ourselves up to get rinsed post merge.
Yes.
Do you think so? Are you saying it's now the time to take one of them out and just deal with it?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Who would you prefer? If you want to do that, I will tell Kayla that that's the move.
I think we got to go for Naropa.
Naropa?
Yep.
Okay.
He's the most likely to stay loyal, I think.
To the original?
Yes.
To the original Argento.
Yes.
So you want to go Naropa? Okay. You know what? I'm into that. So and did you give that same name to Jabbar or is it just you said yeah?
Yes.
And how solid is he on that?
He's on it. He's actually the one that came up with the idea that he thought he would be the most loyal.
Okay. I will try to get the ear of Kayla and make that a plan. Actually, I will. It'll be easy to do. We'll have time.
All right. Sounds good.
And I'll try to let you know. If I don't, that's what I'm going with though. That sounds like a good way to make us look good at the merge.
I'm gonna go talk to Kayla in the shelter.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I did go to the vault. I did spend coins.
Oh, what's there?
There are 6 different advantages. There's immunity, knowledge is power, steal a vote, capture a loser, and mutiny. And the capture a loser is if the other team loses, you can save someone from that other team.
Okay.
And I did that specifically. I bought that one specifically that if we win, then we can save Sam.
Yeah, I love that.
We're down 7-5 right now.
Yeah.
Which means I think we have to vote off Naropa or Emily.
I agree.
Prefer Naropa.
That is fine with me. I don't have a preference either way. I think they're both very smart.
Kyle and Jabari are both in on that.
Okay.
We're kind of looking for like anyone who's trying to make a play, see if we could tag along. Like we're looking for a bit of direction, and we actually have like some information that we are aware of that could make a play specifically with one person from your team. If you feel like you don't jive with everyone on your team so far, I feel like just us 3 can make a play and win the tribal.
God. Okay. I'm not against it because I actually really like you both.
And you have 3 coins, by the way.
Thanks for reminding me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll buy the immunity idol and I'll pay an extra coin to extend it. So have either one of y'all been to the vault?
Yeah,
I saw that you were just there and I kind of want to go.
You should, because realistically, there's a idol in there for 2 coins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if both of them go to the vault,
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go right now, okay?
yeah,
But I'm down to run with the four of us, obviously. And if
same.
Naropa,
I don't know what Kyle's thinking.
as of right
but
now, I think it's Naropa. So that's what I'll be writing unless we talk later. Okay.
okay.
We have to make Naropa think we're voting Emily.
Okay. Him and Kyle, have you talked to Kyle separately?
I did. Kyle was talking about maybe trying to not vote for one of them.
That's what I was thinking too.
So somebody just bought the idol, but Jabbar was just here. Why would he say that? Sitting on tribal, that's stupid.
We can answer questions if you have any to the best of our ability.
Okay, did Jabbar just buy an idol? Because he told me there's an idol, so I'm guessing he has the idol for. He said there was an idol for 2 coins. Is he fucking with me?
I'm definitely gonna
Anyway,
try to
I just had a conversation with Kayla.
what
Which,
were you guys thinking?
which like you're allied with?
Yeah, we seem to
Us?
be able to get along well enough.
Yeah, so she kind of really convinced me that like a group of 4 between you, me, and Emily and Kayla is going to be like a good deal. And I feel like we all have different strengths that would mesh well together to get us pretty far. And I don't know, I feel like I don't know, I'm getting a sense that I could just trust you guys, which like you honestly didn't even have to reach out if you wanted to. But I do feel like we could work well together.
Yeah, I think that works. So then if we were doing that 4, just would it be like Jabbar to vote?
Oh, we kind of like
Or vote Andy?
theorized that Andy has like experience in this game and survivor history knowledge and kind of seems like more of a threat long term.
Jabbar, did you
What?
buy the idol?
I did.
You did. You
Yeah.
you were like, there's an idol. I was like, oh my God. So and then I got there and it's gone. I was like, did Jabbar buy the idol? Okay.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought that there was an unlimited amount. I didn't ask.
I saw challenge advantage sitting on a tribal.
Okay,
Extra
I'm
vote.
gonna talk to one of them and try and like gauge where they're at. I don't know where the hell.
Does the menu change every time, or is it that all the immunities were taken already?
Unfortunately, we can't answer that question.
How long does the challenge advantage last?
Okay. So she either bought nothing or
We are willing to like work with people from your team to make a play.
Well, I'll
Because
just tell Jabbar that when I talked to Kyle, he was trying to throw you under the bus.
me,
No, Kyle was trying to throw Jabbar under the bus.
yeah, I would say Kyle and Kayla are very aligned together right now, and they're trying to get me and Naropa to vote one of you out.
Did they say why me? Am I a threat?
No, they didn't say like they didn't name one of you. They said like if that's something you want to do.
So I'm gonna be transparent right here. You two are the 2 that I vibe with the most. Andy, we started together. Emily, like I just like your vibe, and I was telling Andy I would prefer not to vote for you. That makes me very uneasy, especially with Andy being somebody who I do have a good relationship with from our starting tribe.
Mhm. Yeah,
I don't know. Now I don't know if it's,
I
I
just
don't know.
want you to be cognizant of what's going on.
Well, the swap that happened has affected my game in a couple of interesting ways. Originally, I thought that Kayla, Kyle, and myself were super tight. We had originally made right off the bat 4-person alliance with Sam because we were the first 4 in a room together. However, and then I became pretty tight with Jabbar, and we're down 7-5. And the other tribe seems like they're more than willing to vote along tribal lines instead of trying to pull Rob in to play some strategy. So they voted Rob out, which means that they'd be willing to do that to any one of us. Which is why I grabbed the capture a loser when I went to the vault. I also bought knowledge is power. I'm almost thinking I should have bought the immunity idol, but I know Jabbar has it. So I might use my knowledge is power on Jabbar, but Kyle is throwing out Jabbar as a possible name. And I'm thinking he possibly has maybe even a prior pregame relationship with Emily, or they know each other, or they've somehow they know each other, and so they're working together. She's the one he put on our team right from vote number 1 in the tribe swap. But the fact is, I'm also hearing that it's that Kayla and Kyle are throwing either Jabbar or me under the bus. So the tribe swap has kind of flipped my game around. I'm not sure what to think or whether I'm actually on the block or not.
Can I sit in on tribal, please?
Yes, you may. So Austin will send you a picture into your Zoom chat just so that you have it. We recommend downloading it just so you don't lose it across the Zooms. They might jump it too. But yeah, so we can read that to you in the interim, but it's, as you said, pretty straightforward. You've attained the sit in on a tribal advantage. This allows you to visit and observe the losing tribe's tribal council. The last time this can be played is at the final tribal phase tribal council.
What was the other thing that was there? Oh, fuck. I should have paid more attention. Should have write these things down. Well, I guess it's Kyle, so it's okay. Okay, idol. Jabbar. Kyle has something. Should I buy something? I don't even know. I wonder how often you are refreshing. Who's the other guy? Andy. Steal a loser. That's such a brutal name for an advantage.
Andy wants to trim the initial Argento now, so we don't set up with a merge low on numbers, like super low.
What are you thinking?
I like that. I think long term we will lose if we just go to the merge super low, like 7-4.
At first, I really did want to work with Emily and Naropa, but as soon as I got Naropa alone, he was giving me like no reassurance that they would actually work. He was like, Emily is really smart. So I'm like, let's just cut Emily then.
Oh, we were thinking of cutting Naropa because
Okay,
we think
fine.
he's gonna be we think he's be more loyal to his OGs basically.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you go 100% Naropa, it sounds like Andy's down on that too.
Okay.
And he said, and they said Jabbar's idea. So
Yeah, and I do think it would be kind of dumb of us to like lose Jabbar and Andy because I think they're loyal. And Andy bought like the save a loser, so if the other tribe goes to tribal, we can save Sam.
that's what he bought.
That's what he bought, and Jabbar bought the idol.
Okay,
And
that's
Emily
good.
bought nothing because, well, unless there's multiple of something, because I went before and after her, and there was nothing. I didn't buy anything.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I want to just go in and look, but yeah, I would say commit to Naropa is the plan. Yeah.
Love it.
So I'm going to be completely transparent with you, Andy. Initially, I was a little intimidated by your knowledge of the game, so I was a little nervous. But then when we spoke with you and Jabbar and me, and hearing a bit more about kind of how the rest of the other team members were working, it made me want to shift my concept to be more of an alliance and less of intimidation, and utilize more of both of our equal knowledge of the game. So I just wanted to let you know that in the interest of transparency, and that I'm also a very loyalty-based person. So I just want you to know that I was initially intimidated by you. I'm going to be honest.
The way I
If we work
think,
together right now, and then I will continue working with you.
Yeah.
It's not a one-off deal. If I say I'm going to be loyal to you, it's not, unless I specifically say I'll be loyal to you this vote. No, what I'm saying is if we work together right now, we're together.
So Oro tribe back at tribal council. You won the first time with your new tribe setup, but this time fate didn't have it that way. Despite, a lot of good prep work. I was in the room with all you. You all were doing a lot of trying to hype each other up, get all the strategies. So Emily, why do you think some of your strategies just didn't end up paying off for the challenge?
I think that we initially chose land animals because I feel like that one we thought was going to be the easiest out of the jump, but I think that the amount of land animals is just more vast, and I think if we chose aquatic animals like the other team, there's very few that like everyone knows, so therefore it would be a shorter list for people to guess from. On top of the advantage the other team had, it kind of put us in a tough spot.
Well, let's talk about that advantage, because as we know with this game, advantages can only come from one place. So seeing it used at your detriment, Kayla, like how did that impact you guys as you went now to scramble and you had access to the vault?
I mean, I don't think that their advantage, like obviously it helped them, but they still kind of like crushed us. They were like a whole round ahead, so like that's pretty frustrating. I think we all tried our best. But the vault, I think, is an interesting dynamic. Things are definitely disappearing off the list. By the time I reached there was very few options, and I've heard about some other things that have been on the list. So I don't know what happened in round one. This was the first time I'd been to the vault, so I don't know where the advantages or whatever there is lie, but yeah, it's definitely causes a bit of paranoia and just adds to the general stress of the day.
So let's talk more about that paranoia. So obviously, people are going to the vault, people are seeing missing items. Like Naropa, how does that go into your gameplay to figure out, well, what is the right name to say? Do I say the name of the person who may have got something and that's why I go home?
Yeah, I've only seen, the first time I saw the vault, I was the first person to see it, and it was a full menu, and I left it as is and I left. This time I see it, it's like 3 items are left. It's no secret someone has immunity, and that is definitely going through my head right now, and I'm trying to figure out, even as I'm talking right now, who I'm voting for, because of that fact.
So we see a potentially open vote. So Jabbar, if it's as open as some of you are claiming it is, how much more paranoia does that drive into your own decision making?
I mean, seeing as though I was the first one in the vault and I didn't buy the hidden immunity idol from the vault, like I'm not as paranoid, to be honest. But I think that it's also because like reading the stipulations of what the idol is or like how you have to do it. But I mean, you still want to make a proper decision as well. So, I don't know.
For sure. And besides the advantages of it all, obviously with a swap, the numbers aren't exactly even if you go based off of normal lines. So, Andy, like, does that have any impact on your decision making in this vote? Is it just this is OG tribal lines, or is there some flexibility in the game?
You know, that is the age-old question. It's loyalty versus the original people you hooked up with versus the you know, you got to start making new alliances once a merge happens. You know, at what point you start looking out for number one, burning some bridges. Yeah, it's all crazy. But the big thing that I'm looking at is, you know, I like loyalty. I like to play a loyal game. And and it's obvious that the other tribe is also playing a loyal game. They were 5-1 on Rob, and they could have used Rob to vote out someone in their minority alliance. But they ganged up 5-1 and voted Rob out. They went the easy route. That leads me to believe that Sam is next. That then puts us at a, you know, and if we vote one of ours out right now, all of a sudden we're in a 7-3 minority. That's untenable. You know, so at this point, just for self-preservation, we kind of have to vote for either Naropa or Emily. I mean, I want to work with them. I want to make something happen because later on in the game that could really bear fruit, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, Kyle, a similar question is with these dynamics, with things shifting with the ball, with how the other tribe is making their decisions, like how is that impacting what you think is your right move?
The right move from here is to win all the challenges.
For sure.
Makes our decisions a lot less stressful.
Yeah, absolutely. And then with Emily and Naropa, obviously, you were mentioned by name. It's clear you guys are potentially, based off of original starts of the game, in that minority, in that bottom position. Is there any pitch you have before we go to vote?
I think, coming from a different tribe, at the end of the day, we know more about about the enemy and about how the enemy thinks than anyone else on this team does. So that's just something to keep in mind, is that we did have about an hour and a half to chat together, and although we just chatted about our personal lives and our hobbies and things like that, typically hobbies come from skills and things that people enjoy doing. And I know even in this challenge that we just had, I had told our team, hey, someone on the other team had watched a previous survivor and said we might play charades, and then we did play charades. So I think that's something that myself and Naropa have to offer, is just knowing the other team, and even if it's just the information we have, just sharing that to hopefully set us up for success, and like Kyle said, win these challenges for less uncomfy conversations.
Well, before you can go and win some challenges, we first have to get to the vote.
So as much as I talked about loyalty and as much as I talked about numbers, I also got to look out for me. And the first thing that happens is Kyle throws Jabbar under the bus. To me, that's not loyal. Yes, Jabbar was not in the original 4-person alliance, but he is the 4 people that are here, and we have to work with them if we want to maintain our numbers.
So yeah, I heard that Kyle was throwing my name out. I really am considering voting for him. But if I'm voting for him, I probably should play my idol, just to be safe. I don't know if I trust Kayla. I don't know. So originally I voted for Naropa, but the more I sit here, the more I'm considering. Andy's speech was so holier than thou at tribal council. I don't know. And there's no revote that's straight rocks, right?
Correct.
Naropa, I'm sorry. I did want to work with you and Emily, but there is power in numbers.
I'm gonna go with the last thing I coordinated with Emily, which was this vote.
Voting for Naropa. Based on the grounds, I don't want to get cannibalized post-merge if I can get there. Just a numbers game.
I think this person is really great, and they were a really good team leader. But just one thing that I have to note is that when I join this tribe, I'm trying to stay with Naropa, and then we noticed he was trying to make some gameplay towards 2 other players that I thought would show a little bit more loyalty to me in the long term. So I think he's a great individual, and it's really tough to vote for him. But when 2 people tell you they have an immunity and something about an immunity, and it's you and your tribe mate, it's between him and the person he is loyal with, you just have to make tough decisions. So sorry, Kyle, you're a great guy.
I'll go tally the votes.
I have an advantage I'd like to play.
Yeah.
I have knowledge is power. And I'm sorry, Jabbar, do you have an immunity item?
I do.
All right, well, Andy, you have successfully taken Jabbar's hidden immunity idol. It is now yours. Jabbar, you do not have an idol anymore.
And I'm playing it on myself.
when it is time, I would love for you to play it.
All right, fair
But
enough.
for right now, I will go tally the votes.
Fair enough.
Alrighty. If anybody has an advantage or a hidden immunity idol and wants to play it, now would be the time to do so.
I'll play immunity.
Andy does have a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Andy will not count.
I love green.
Alrighty. I'll read the votes. Kyle. Kyle. Naropa. Naropa. That's 2 votes Kyle, 2 votes Naropa, 2 votes left.
Jesus.
Naropa. The final vote. Kyle, we're going to rocks.
Because we are going to rocks, Kyle and Naropa, you are both safe.
Yo.
Andy, because you played a immunity idol, you also are safe. Kayla, Jabbar, and Emily, all 3 of your names are on a wheel. I will spin this wheel, and whoever it lands on will go out on rocks. Good luck, everybody. It's gonna be a little weird, but...
Alrighty. Well,
Okay.
Emily, the game has spoken. You have been rocked out, unfortunately.
It's okay. It's been really nice meeting all of you. I will definitely stream it on YouTube. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell all my friends that I didn't lose. Because, like,
Hey,
I
you
feel like
weren't
this
voted
was-
out
this
of the
was
game.
This was a luck thing, so that's totally okay. It happens.
That's
Well,
Thank
Emily,
you so much,
thank you.
Emily.
Well,
That was interesting.
what just happened was one of the most wild tribal councils that we have had in a long time here in DCP. Hey, if you want to make it a habit, go for it.
Oh, I'm just sad. You know, I really wanted to play longer, and I feel like I'm surprised because I thought the vote was going to go one way, but it went another, and I really feel like I wish I could have strategized more and played more of the game, but as the inside joke of our team said, that's just my luck, and it happens, and I hope to play another Survivor another time. So, best of luck to everyone in the game. No hard feelings. No one voted for me. So, like, really, the only thing I walk away with is I was the first pick on this team, and no one voted me out. So, I really have no hard feelings. Good luck to Naropa. I hope they don't vote you out for our original team, and thanks for the opportunity. Best of luck, everyone. You have a decision to make. You have been voted out of this game, but your influence is not over. You must place a bet on one of the remaining castaways to make it to the final tribal council. They will receive a vote towards an advantage, and you will bequeath them all of your coins. I don't necessarily know if I think this person's going to make it to the end, but I want them to have a fighting chance, so I bequeath my coins to Naropa.